as a young kid growing up in Chicago, I thought that my purpose was to be a Navy SEAL. And looking back, I see that as a very selfish, not selfless purpose. I went to the Naval Academy, and on 9/11, I watched the towers fall. And quickly, my purpose was redefined to be a combat leader, because I saw the gravity of combat coming my way if I was going to pursue that end as a Navy SEAL. Ultimately, going through training, having gone through BUDS and entering the SEAL community, the fraternity, the brotherhood of the SEAL teams really got its claws into me. And I realized that my purpose wasn't necessarily to be a combat leader, but it was more to be part of this brotherhood. I was surrounded by extremely capable individuals, but it wasn't the capability in the individuals that made them special. It was the quality of the individuals that made them special. And I'd like to define quality, because for me, there's a big difference between capability and quality of an individual. The quality that I saw in individuals as part of that brotherhood was their tenacity to win, their loyalty to each other, their determination, their ability to accept and embrace accountability. In the fall of 2010, I was returning from Afghanistan from a combat tour and was privileged enough to take a leadership role at SEAL Qualification training. And for those of you that don't know what SEAL Qualification training is, it's kind of the finishing school in our pipeline as Navy SEALs. So I was running this, had the opportunity to mentor and guide young SEALs in our community. And I had this great group of talented, capable individuals that could do everything that we needed them to do as SEALs. But the thing that we fixated on while I was there was the quality of the individual, not the capability. I could train them to be capable operators in the SEAL community. I could train them to shoot, move, and communicate. But what I couldn't teach them or train them to do was be a good person, to be loyal, to not be the first person to put their gear away and go to sleep, to be there when things got tough and grit really needed to show itself. We started calling it the whole man concept while I was at SQT, and to be completely honest, we rarely would drop people from training at that point in the pipeline. But in my tenure at SQT, we dropped more people for character flaws where they weren't upholding that end of the bargain. It was more valuable for us to drop somebody that we had trained up to that point to be a proficient SEAL operator because they weren't living up to the quality of individual that we wanted as a teammate to be part of that brotherhood. I made the decision to depart the military in 2013, and like a lot of other veterans out there, I had zero idea what I was going to do. I made that decision to leave, and it was a very tough decision because my wife and I decided to start having kids, and the thought of leaving kids behind while I deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan broke my heart. As I started to think about what I was going to do, I started to go back and say, hey, at SQT, we focused on the people first and foremost. And I said, well, why am I going to stray from that? That was my purpose. That was my calling, to be part of this brotherhood and put people first. So I made a point to find quality people on the outside. My partner in Predator, Craig Irving, well-known real estate guy in town, embodied all of the qualities and traits that I wanted to find in a partner on the outside. He was a quality individual. So like Trevor, I went to the MSRE program at USD. I learned about real estate. I think all I knew about real estate before was how to sign the loan docs to buy my first condo, and partnered with Craig. And if you told me today that I would be not only running a company that is bringing innovation to the camouflage face paint space, but potentially bringing a new next generation sun care product to market, I would have told you you were absolutely insane. There's no way. I would have never envisioned myself to be in that place. But because I chose people first, I've been led down this path into entrepreneurship. Predator War Paint, it started as a conversation, and really what it was me and my partner coming up with a problem. We identified a flaw, and it wasn't just an attribute of camouflage face paint. It was we identified a negative customer experience as it was associated with camouflage face paint. We realized that, camouflage face paint as a whole was a miserable experience. You put it on, it bleeds and runs and sweats all over your face. It's just not a great experience. So we decided to make a little bit better mousetrap. We made a product that doesn't bleed, sweat, run. I got sunburn all the time when I wore it because it would bleed off my face and it wouldn't protect me. So we just added SPF and made a better product. Knowing that, we created a better product for this niche market. We started to see something a little bit bigger beyond that. And this summer, we're going to launch Apec Skincare, which is a next generation zinc oxide sunscreen product that hopefully is going to solve the problem of sunscreen being looked at as an inconvenience and a discomfort. We have a product that has brilliant aesthetics, that is easy to apply, protects you better than anything else on the market, and ultimately is going to allow people to put a product on that isn't a discomfort, it isn't a distraction. I want to leave you guys with the fact that people are paramount. My path led me to where I am right now because of the people that I chose. And I challenge you to look for people that are high quality, not people that are highly capable.